Fabio Carrique, linebacker with Indianapolis Colts. Make sure you follow my guys at the Anvil, best sports talk podcast going on with Colts right now. Tune in.
It seems like a Sunday, like anyone before. That's what you think. So you open up the door, you feel the buzz, you can hear the people singing battle cries. Lucas Oil Stadium's about to come alive. Blue and white jerseys, some old and some new, all gather round South Capitol Avenue. They come for the tailgate, some drive and some fly. Colts fans show up with fire in their eyes, yelling, "Go Hosts, go Big Blue!" We're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation. We take this very serious, it is not a joke. We're back, all the players, we're back, any coach. We scream and we root, we raise up our fist to support this team from Indianapolis. Go Hosts, go Big Blue! We're in the stands, cheering for you, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, the Colts Nation, Colts Nation. Screaming, "Go Hosts, go Big Blue!" We're in the stands, the tried and true, here to watch this football sensation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation, yeah, Colts Nation, that Colts Nation. Come on, let's go, Colts Nation.
Oh, you didn't know? Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to the best sports show ever. This is the Anvil Show. Sorry I'm not there, but let me introduce you to some of my good friends. We got Big P, Cloud the Voice, Big Country, Chase Vader, and Thomas Frost. This is the Anvil Show. Now bang that bitch.
And while we have your attention, please like, subscribe, follow everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You know what it is. Push the anvil, pass the message. We're hoping you all tune in because tonight, I don't know where Pat went, but tonight is the night that we talk about the Sam I Am era is currently loading. And boy, do we have some things to say about this. But before we jump into that, Country, how are you, man? You missed the watch party. A lot of fun.
I did.
A lot of
I
fun
did.
party. So
It looked like a lot of fun. I peeked in every now and again. Sorry I wasn't there, y'all. I was actually out with a fellow follower of everybody out there, just hanging out with him, watching the game at a local bar here in Southern Indiana. So
okay.
we all had a good time though, man. Like we all sat around, had some drinks, soaked our wounds, obviously.
Pat, how you feeling, man? Where'd you go? You had to go pick your nose or something off stage?
Nah, I had to take a phone call.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Of course, it ain't ever gonna stop for me. So,
Well, I guess that's a good thing if it's business, right? Was it business?
no.
Oh, well, never mind then. My bad. But the Sam I Am era is loading. And I'm telling you, if you're at Colts Nation, all over the board here, and all the forums, all the pages, people have tons and tons to say. So many people have wrote articles in the last 24 hours since it was pretty much announced yesterday. Like, it's been crazy. Some good, some bad, some indifferent, some in the middle. Some just want to see a change. So we definitely got to get into how we feel. And I'm gonna open the floor because I'm still kind of all over the place. Okay, here we go. First one right here, Adam. Fellas, I'm geeked. It's the most awkward kind of geeked, but I'm there. All right. So Adam is clearly engaged in some way, shape, or form in the new change. And we will apologize. I believe that Facebook is not allowing people to comment via StreamYard, like some kind of error is going on. We seen that when we loaded up, so we apologize. But if you can't right now, after the show posts, and then they allow us to, please go ahead. But
Or
you can go to
or
YouTube.
hey,
You can jump over to YouTube like Tyler and Adam, and watch us live and comment all that you want. Please do that. Matter of fact, do us a favor and do that. That would be amazing. But I'm gonna start with you, boys. And I'm gonna start with down at the bottom, Acosta. You open the floor. How do you feel about Sam I Am taking the reins for the rest of the season?
Right now, Clyde, I'm 50-50 on it, really. I mean, I just want to see what the kid's got. I mean, we obviously seen that he had a really good preseason, but a lot of people know that it's preseason for one. You know, he played against second and third string defenses, but yet he still shined. It's the NFL. You know, professionals are going to be professionals no matter what they do. Any given Sunday, every day in the NFL, right? So, regardless, he played against professionals and he looked good. But I'm willing to see what the kid's got. Obviously, what we're doing now is not working. So the change, you know, I think had to have happened along with, you know, Ryan obviously having his grade 2 shoulder separation. So I'm at the whatever, you know, kind of stage, kind of like, you know, it is what it is type thing, and you know, I'm willing to roll with the punches.
He's such a good heart. We talked about you on the watch party. We said Country is the kid in class that doesn't want to see nobody fight. You like the big guy, like, hey, break that shit up, and you know, like whatever. Meanwhile, all of us other here fucking fighting and scratching and clawing. Because I'm not as 50-50 as you, but it's not my turn. Patrick.
I was just gonna say, I'm usually the one that comes in and is like, all right, that's enough.
Yes.
Big guy stepping in.
There you go.
Jeremy, professional.
Got you. Where you at, Pat? All right. You talk about where you at. And yes, we are ready to see you too, Tyler. Absolutely. Talking about tailgating. Pat, are you focused right now?
yeah, I'm the chat is working on Facebook here, but it's not showing up on the stream. So
I see.
Telling everybody, you know, if you want your comments read and you talk about you know, your opinion, your perspective on this whole thing, go to our YouTube channel because those are obviously working.
Absolutely.
So it don't cost you no money. Just switch over.
Yeah, no money.
Everybody's got YouTube on your phone.
Absolutely. So Adam's totally cool either way. Works with a 6 rounder. Okay, cool. So Pat, where you?
This is where I'm at, and I'll lay in what Country just said. Our offense isn't working. We got returning the league's best running back last year. We've got stellar wide receivers, which that was the main question for everybody before the season started, was our receiving core. Well, they've proven themselves. We know what kind of line we have. They're not playing right. Something needed to change. That's it. I mean, it's plain and simple. How long will any head coach or GM, don't care who the quarterback is going to put up with 9 interceptions to 9 TDs with 11 fumbles? Inaccuracy, missed wide open tight ends, missed wide open receivers. You know, if we wanted this kind of play out of our quarterback, we should have just kept Carson Wentz. Now, go back to before we got Carson Wentz, and we still had Jacob Eason. Everybody knows he's got a cannon for an arm. And at the time when Phillip Rivers retired, I said, fuck it. Shit or shine. Let the young kid in there, and he's either going to shit the bed and we're going to get a high draft pick, or he's going to shine and we're going to make a serious run. And my feelings are still here the same because it's not working. Now, if our offense was gelling and they were scoring points, then yeah, I'd say, what the hell are you doing? There's no reason for this. But right now, I truly believe there is a reason for it, and I'm okay with it. Shit or shine.
All right. Let Clyde get himself.
Oh, look at that. I don't know who that that YouTube user is.
What is
No,
that?
we have no pool, and who the hell they're going to put on the field?
Oh, the Anvil had a big. Yeah, we did. You can blame Carvey. Carvey been wanting to see this guy since the beginning. Okay, standing behind Sam. So here we go. Clyde is about to be long-winded, so let me put all my pieces together. Right. This is year 2 for Sam.
Take a deep breath, brother, because I know what's coming.
Matter of fact, let me start with a. So here's my problem. Okay, there's 7 Pro Bowlers on this team. There's 4 All Pros. There is members that have been invested in this team for 3 to 5 seasons, depending on the position. There were free agents that were brought in that were supposed to make impactful play. They came here for a reason. Oh, by the way, via the tie, we're technically somewhat 500 at 3-3-1. Sure, the division is kind of helter-skelter at this moment, but we all know that if you win more games than other people in your division, despite your division record, you can still win the division. Why am I saying all this? Because we had a whole offseason to say, hey, let's see what Sam can do this year. Why even bring a guy in like Matt Ryan? Despite how he's playing, I don't give a shit. But we brought this guy in, slapped a C on him, and told everyone else. We bring in guys like this to bring a group together because there's no leadership like the one you're going to see in this guy. Now, I don't know what's been going on behind closed doors, but last year, the biggest failure was the fact that there was no leadership from that position. Now, has the play been there? I say no. Has there been issues? I'll say yes. Is the turnovers a massive problem? I'll say hell yes. But Matt Ryan, along with our staff, believed in the line that we had to even bring a guy in like Matt at that age. So that's a problem. Now, somebody's got to fall on the sword. It's usually going to be the quarterback. So be it. But to me, you're almost rolling the dice on the entire season with 11 weeks and 10 games left to play. This is what I'm getting at. This is the problem for me. Shaquille Leonard, has already said, look, this is getting old when it comes to this quarterback changing thing. We paid Matt Ryan for 2 years. We owe him 28 this year, guaranteed 12 next year. There's a lot of shit that we're not really looking at other than, the excitement of a young kid gets an opportunity. That's fine. But as an organization right now, we look like we have no idea what we're doing. We continuously bring in these quarterbacks that have a solid history, a solid, respectable history, and almost shame them. Somewhat Phillip Rivers, even though he took us to the playoffs, definitely Carson Wentz, and now Matt Ryan. So the idea behind what's the future of this team is almost lost because the only way we get any of those guys that Bob talked about last week is if we come in and stink it up. But the season is far from lost. I mean, shit, PFF has us at 16. That's middle of the pack at 3-3-1. We only got one more division game left. And I don't know if you guys know, but those are the only losses we have is division games. Think about that. Kind of crazy. We beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We beat the Broncos. This team is not bad. Matt Ryan has played crap, but to cut him off for the rest of the season, sure, he has an injury, but to say he's number 2 going forward, that's where I had to draw the line. You let this shit naturally happen. So what do I mean by that? Matt Ryan's out for the foreseeable future with the injury. You ease Sam into it. Let Sam play. If the team builds up steam and we're doing great, okay, Sam might finish it out. But to cut Matt Ryan off at the knees right now, at week 7 going into week 8 and say this man is done, that's a bad look for anybody who potentially wants to come here. It's a bad look for the people who are currently here. And it's way too much pressure for a 6th-round pick who just going out there to play football. Right now, as an organization, we look like a complete dumpster fire, and we're sitting technically at 500 if you think about 3-3-1. But we're acting like we're 0-7. There's big problems on this team. Matt Ryan, to me, was about 30% of it. The other 70%, you take it however you want. Frank, offensive line. Defensive time with defensive adjustments when they bring in Brandon Faison for whatever reason. They brought the guy in a couple times last week. What happened? Big plays happened.
They went right to him.
Makes no sense. So it's always a scapegoat. Last year, we did the same thing to Carson Wentz, kicked him out of here. Everybody couldn't wait. Now we're doing it to another future Hall of Famer. Well, I ain't going to say another future Hall of Famer, but we're doing it to a future Hall of Famer in Matt Ryan. 2008 yards. He's in the top 5 in passing yards. But yes, the turnovers been a nightmare. But guess what? He's not fumbling other than the one time just because he's dropping the ball. He's fumbling because he's getting fucking hit. Ain't nobody doing shit about it. Every lineman is looking back at him like, oh, let me go pick Matt up again. Whose fault is that? You see what I'm saying? He's throwing bad picks. Yes, absolutely. He threw 2 bad ones back to back. But he's also on this crazy pressure clock because guess what? He can't sit back there and get comfortable to even go through his progressions. Now, what's going to change with play calling? That's going to be what we're going to have to see. Are we going to make Sam a RPO type quarterback first? Maybe, but what proof in the pudding do we have with that? Because even with Andrew Luck, they damn sure wouldn't risk an Andrew Luck like RPO style. Fuck no. The 1 year that we had with Frank, no way. He wasn't doing that because he didn't want to risk injury. But that's the only thing that's going to work with a Sam-type player. Having him drop back and make 3-step drops and let it go, that's not his game. We know his arm strength is – and I'm not against Sam. A lot of people think I'm against Sam. It's just like it's exciting because of the preseason, bro. But you know what? This season, we're almost saying this season's lost. That's how I feel right now. And it's not week 15. This is week 8. And there's a lot of winnable games left. And I feel like we just are hanging it up because guess what we can do now? We can evaluate whether or not Sam can play. And if he doesn't, oh, well, a lot of fans are already saying, well, because then guess what's in the return? Then we get a high draft pick. Bro, that's wasting careers. I, as a fan, as a player, wouldn't be able to handle that. You're not going to waste my career. We're out here busting our ass. And we're just like, well, if he shits, then at least we get a high draft pick next year. Yeah, but Darius is another year older. He already hasn't played much. Jonathan Taylor's another year older. Quentin's another year older. All-pro Defoe is almost 30 at that point. Stephon Gilmore contract was a waste because why would he want to re-sign next year if his time here wasn't even worth it? I mean,
I thought we had him for 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, like, those are the easiest contracts to get rid of. Older guys that are on 2-year short deals, whatever. I was looking at some potential trade packages. They was like, before the deadline, we might look at trading Gilmore. That would be a good move. Traded Mo Alley Cox because, we paid him $18 million, but he ain't been really playing that way. So try to let go of that one. Don't re-sign Bobby O because we really shouldn't try to do that based on the way the team is going. Blah, 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 blah. Man, this is not what I expected.
Anybody that's just joining us, StreamYard is having issues with Facebook right now, so we can't get anybody's comments that's on Facebook putting in your comments. But our YouTube is posting the comments. So if you want to be heard, go to our YouTube channel, just the Anvil, and you can get your comments in there. And while you guys are all there, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
All of that. But I mean, that's where I am, man. And is it going to be exciting when he runs out the tunnel? Absolutely. It's a new energy. But is it also going to be frustrating if everybody sees what they might already know about Sam? Yeah, he's undersized. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make certain throws. He's exciting to watch, but he's not enough for this team to win.
Matt, I gotta play you something.
I want to see another year of Matt Ryan.
Nope, well, you don't see it now. Bob is definitely ahead of the curve on that one.
I mean, yeah, Bob said it last week, man. And again, the only reason why I was saying that is because I was like, I feel like if there's no other option and you can't get to another option without being terrible, then what are you going to do? But I feel like this, and I asked Bob this last week, and I don't know if he answered it in the way that I asked it, but basically what I was saying is exactly what happened, because reports are saying that this was a Irsay decision more than a Frank Wright decision. They always have Frank Wright and Ballard always have these long meetings, right?
Yeah, from what I understood, it was like a collaborated meeting between the three.
A long meeting. Well, basically, what I was asking last week is when will Irsay do a Jerry Jones type move and be like, look, I'm the team owner, okay? And y'all are employees. So here's what's going on. And I feel like this was that more than anything. Like he probably said, damn, I missed on Matt. I was wrong on Matt. I thought we could do better with Matt, but we can't. Show me the kid. And even if going forward, he isn't our savior, which I really don't think he is, at least we can see what he can do. And maybe he becomes a number 2 that we can do some fun stuff with.
or he does well enough and he becomes trade capital. There's other layers in here that everybody's got to think about, and that's just one right there. You got a quality backup quarterback in Sam, and he might come out and just shine like the rainbow. We don't know yet.
But then what's the pressure situation for all the fans that can comment and listen? What's the pressure situation? Let's say, and I'm not going to be facetious and say he comes out and goes 10-0 because of course we still have our bye week, but we got 10 games actually left. So let's say he comes out and he has a really good 10 games. So let's say he goes 6-4. That puts us at 9-7-1, right? Not quite make the playoffs, but he played decent. Then what? Are we saying let's take next year?
No. You've actually got a sample size that you can make a better decision on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking you.
Keep this kid or trade the kid.
No. It's not about keep the kid or trade the kid. Is this our quarterback going forward?
And that's what they got.
You know the answer to that.
I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
No.
And this is why I don't know. We don't.
With
go
that,
ahead, Country.
I was going to say with that, Clyde, no, he won't be.
Exactly. Whether he does good or not. What's up, Sean? And that's the part that I don't get. Because we should have did this first. We should have did this offseason. We should have invested in him this offseason.
That right there, I'll 100% agree. Come out the gates with Sam.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we should have done. Come out the gates with Sam.
Yes.
But we didn't. We're not the general manager. We're not the coach. We're not the owner. We rally behind who's out there. Now, we don't have no NFL stats for Sam. And I don't even think they count preseason stats.
No, they don't.
But in college,
the NFL pass.
In college, he completed 923 passes out of 1,476 for 62.5% completion rate. He's got over 11,000 yards, an average of 7.7 yards per game, 94 TDs to 27 INTs, with a QB rating of 145. And don't forget, he went to the University of Texas. That's a major D1 program.
We know these stories, Pat.
Okay. Then did you forget him, though?
He's undersized. He's got a shallow arm. Sure, he can move around. He can make some things happen. He'll keep a play alive. But we're talking about a league where a quarterback is the player. And we just, look, I'm not trying to be funny, man. I'm really not. Okay. And all these younger, smaller quarterbacks have intangibles. I mean, you could take Kyler Murray. He has intangibles. He got a bigger arm than Sam, and he can move around and do all that. He got a shitty attitude. I get it. But you see a lot of his problems when he has problems because he's just a tiny little bastard and he can't really see shit. You got the other guys that got a lot of other intangibles, got a lot of heart. You take who we're playing this week. Taylor Heineke. lot of heart. Dude has shown that he can win some games, even in the playoff game. A whole bunch of other shit. But is that the future of Washington? Probably not. And you take the young kid from last night, Bailey Zapp, another little buddy. What is this? I keep getting big dick Sammy. What is going on? If Sam plays well and we get a 6-4 against this team coming up, okay. All right.
Salami Sam.
Sam is bound to throw at least a pick or two. We need to be patient. It can't get any worse. Okay, I see what everybody's saying, but here's what I'm also saying though. So then you take the guy like Bailey. Bailey Zapp had won a game or two. Then they put him in last week to replace Matt Jones. He goes down, get a quick touchdown. They're like, oh yeah, this the guy. They get their asses whipped by the Bears of all people. All I'm saying, man, is these players like that, though they've made it to the league, and I commend them, they're not traditionally set up for long-term success. I mean, Drew Brees, different beast, because he was a pocket passer and would so accurate and so many passing yards and touchdowns is not even comparable. But he was never a runner, never a scrambler.
Different
era. Like, dude, we need a 6'5" quarterback that can move. We need a 6'5" playmaker, right? That's the quarterback that we're looking for. And unfortunately, we haven't done things. We haven't sacrificed enough to do those things. Give the kid and it's not that I'm not giving him a chance, but I'm saying, are y'all really in the, like, everybody that's listening, everybody that will listen, can you honestly tell me if this guy does good, you're comfortable going forward, like in a mindset of this is the future of this team with this guy versus what could potentially be there? It almost hurts us if he does good, because then everybody thinks that he's ready to be that guy, and then next year he gets the nod as the starter, and then the Colts are not good.
The way I see we're in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, but it's going to, like, they talking Henry Hooker, but that's not going to be an easy grab, Sean. Like, it's not like that dude's going to be a second-round pick or a late first-round pick.
No, Ballard's going to have to work his ass off to move up. But
I mean, yeah, because
now we do some incredible trades.
I get it, man. But
I mean, just right now, like Claude was saying, that's why I said we're in a rock and a hard place. We're at a critical point in the season where do you keep going, because the season's not lost yet. Do you keep going and you keep going to the playoffs and fight for a playoff spot? You know, let the kid do well and then hurt yourselves in the draft, or do you let the kid fail and then get, tank per se and get a better quality quarterback? Or do you continue to let him be the guy?
We're not just playing for a quarterback here. You're playing for the squad. Remember what we were talking in preseason and not free agency, training camp, how Matt was a leader. People got behind Matt. Not that these kids are not going, it's not that they're not going to get behind Sam, but it's like, you just took the air out of me, bro. What the fuck?
I get it.
Season. I don't know, man. We're wasting careers right now in Indianapolis, and that's shitty, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's shitty.
I don't think we're necessarily wasting careers.
Fuck yes, man.
But we're not getting everything out of it.
Man, if you got players like Darius Leonard and fucking Nelson and Jonathan Taylor and all-pro Defoe and Kenny Moe and hell, Stephon Gilmore now, and the list goes on and on and on, and we can't get to the playoffs to even have a chance at the dance, we're wasting careers, Pat.
Okay, but you keep talking about his size. The man's 6'1", 220 pounds. Not everybody can be Josh Allen.
I would love to do. We should somebody out there who knows off the top of my head what's the how many QBs that start are 6'4" or greater that start in the NFL out of the 32 teams. How many quarterbacks are 6'4" or greater? I don't care what their other attributes are, whether they're runner or passer or pocket, whatever, but just the size. I know there's a couple. All right, you got the Tuas of the world. They're under that. You got the Kyler Murray's tiny little bastard. I think Bailey Zapp, Taylor Heineke or whatever. He's under that.
Jalen Hurts is under 6'4".
Yeah, Jalen Hurts about 6'3". And then I'm just drawing a blank after that.
Let's see.
What I'm saying is, you probably gonna get 20 or more to the 6'4" or greater. I mean, it's just how the position is. Like, there's probably some great offensive linemen that can do things in the 275 range. But is that gonna work on the offensive line?
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question.
What you got? More than half? What'd you Google?
No, about half is 6'4" and over.
About half? Okay.
Yeah. The tallest one's Brock Osweiler at 6'8", then Joe Flacco at 6'6".
There ain't no starters. I said starters. Brock Osweiler.
That's what I said.
Oh my, you man, get out.
Derek Carr's only 6'3".
You said Brock Osweiler.
Matt Ryan's 6'4". Andrew Luck was 6'4".
Why are you talking about you don't play no more?
It's called comparison. So slow your roll, young man.
I'm gonna keep Omaha. I said current starters right now, Pat. Not fucking Brandon Tarkenton and goddamn.
Before you even get to, we know Peyton Manning was 6'5", okay?
Pat, I'm not dealing with you. All right, what we got? I'm not expecting to have high draft picks in 2024 because I believe Ballard is going to trade a lot of them to move up, driven by Jimmy from the Colts. What do you mean by that, Sean? Driven by Jimmy from the Colts? What's that mean? But I mean, that's it. Like, the future is the future. But shit, man, I don't know. All we can do is wait till Sunday. But I'm trying to tell you, this is a dangerous play. Like, when we put Curtis Painter in, we knew we were setting ourselves up for 2-14. Let's go get Andrew Luck. Signed, sealed, and delivered. But if we put this kid in and we like, man, Sam Elliott, so let's go crazy. Sam Elliott went 8-2. Holy shit. Is this the dude? Starting 2024, 2020 or 23-24 season, he gets the nod. You're the man. Now what?
Which is sadly, if he does well, I can see that happening. But I mean, should it happen? Probably no.
But what did they say though? It's the same thing that they came in with Matt Pryor, right? He earned it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He did what he was supposed to. Now,
that's what I'm saying. That gets rocky. That's what I'm saying. Like, right there, it starts to get rocky.
And see, I'm with Joshua here. Like, I'm never going to call for somebody's job like I'm better than them. But why do players usually have to fall on the sword? Frank, you're calling bullshit, bro.
Hey, like I told Big P, I'll put everybody on blast on this shit right now. Everybody's accountable on this fucking team.
Yeah,
everybody. Matt Ryan, soon to be Sam, Matt fucking Pryor, the whole offensive line.
Wait a minute.
The play calling from the coaches, Frank and Gus both, the offensive line coach who's fucking garbage, the whole coaching staff, all three phases, all the players suck. Like, we're not
Reggie. Reggie's done good. Look at our young receiving core fucking stepping up. Reggie's done great.
He said they all fucking suck.
But like I said, I'm holding everybody accountable here. Like, I'm tired of people, journalists, fan base, whatever, just pointing out and singling out single people in this damn thing. It's just like, this is a team collective fucking effort. Plain and simple.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, and again, like, if they're gonna point fingers, it's always hard to start in the locker room. It's hard to start in the locker room because those are the guys that are going in and day out and giving it their all. The way we point fingers, you probably wouldn't do that if you were in the organization as far as like leadership. Because these guys got to buy in, right? They got to buy in, believe that we can get it done. But what I also have an issue with, Omaha, the coaching staff, you got it, buddy. What I have an issue with,
hoping you've seen that.
Yeah. I have an issue with not calling a spade. Like, if you're Jim Irsay, right, and maybe this is going to happen behind closed doors and we will never know, I would tell Frank, for the rest of the season, you're not calling another fucking offensive play. Because I got Marcus Brady over here, and if we are evaluating people, I need to evaluate him. I need you to be a fucking coach. Because you know what, Frank, and I'm not pointing fingers, but you should have known that challenge you did was fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like, you should have known that. So what I need you to do is focus on coaching all three phases. I know you love the offensive side of the ball because you're a quarterback and that's what you did, but you need to be able to know enough about the game to check other calls because you're the head coach. Hey Gus, I don't like this. I don't like this package, bro. Get that shit out of here. Like, I need you to know the game like that. Versus just what are we going to do?
Gus, they're eating us up in the middle of the field. Switch your shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
Marcus, those screens aren't working. They're dialing in on you. Fucking change it up.
Yeah.
That's his job during the game. The week prior is sitting both those coordinators down and coming up with a game plan. And then as the game goes on, you change it because that's just the way it goes. That's the way every freaking game goes. Not one game has ever somebody gone in with one game plan and finished with that same game plan. I guarantee it.
Yeah, man. I mean, look
but if you're in the fucking clipboard, you're not watching the game. You're not seeing what a head coach is supposed to see. You're just concentrating on one phase of it. And I agree with you, Clyde. It's got to stop. I'm not saying his play calling is horrible. I'm not saying his coaching is horrible. I still like Frank. I still believe in Frank. But I want Frank to be the coach, not the coordinator.
But see, sometimes that's the problem, man. We like Frank for the wrong reasons. We like him for the right reasons because he's a good person, but we like him for the wrong reasons as a football coach because he's a good person. We need to. Nobody likes Bill Belichick. He's a dickhead. But he's probably one of the greatest coaches ever. Nobody likes Nick Saban. He's an asshole, but he's the best college coach ever. I'm not saying you have to be a jerk, right? But I'm also saying that sometimes we play too much into that, and that's a problem. You want to find me a coach? Go find me one of these coordinators that, yes, you got to run a gamble on, but at least I know they're coming in with the mind that the game is not played like it was played in 1990 anything. Frank plays the game like it's 1990 something. Oh, by the way, he was a quarterback in 1990 something. You see how that could be a fucking issue? That's my problem here. Aaron, you could take somebody like Andy Reid. He's an old fart too, but he's innovative and he stays on his toes because guess what he's doing in the offseason? Watching college games, sending his players out, or I'm sorry, sending his coaches and scouts out to college games, integrating shit into their offense. Hell, we even seen Bill Belichick do that a couple of years back with Nick Saban. Hey, what y'all running down there in Alabama? Show me some of that shit because we need to keep fresh. Man, Frank Wright is calling the most basic game. 1st and 10, run it to the left side, 1 yard. 2nd and 10, run it to the right side, 2 yards. 3rd and 7,
the middle,
run a screen. 4th and 7, punt that bit.
A good comparison here for you.
What's up, Tony?
Nick Sirianni and Philly is killing it. Killing it.
And you cannot tell me that there wasn't times when we seen some of the shit that was happening. Now we can probably go back and be like, that was Nick more than that was Frank.
I've been saying that forever.
Oh, yes. Oh,
I've been saying that forever. A lot of it was Nick. I guarantee you 80% of it was Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank does not – I think Frank fully does not trust Marcus Brady.
But what's the trust? What's the trust?
Yeah, he's got to get his shot just like Sam's got to get his shot. Give the man the reins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't – like, he don't even trust him enough to do that, which is stupid.
Ooh, we got a Facebook comment. Maybe it's working now. I was just getting reminded, everybody.
They're rolling in now.
If your comments aren't coming through, if you don't see them on the screen, it's because Facebook and StreamYard is having technical difficulties. So we know the YouTube comments, everything's coming in fine there. So if you don't see your comments, try them again because it's now working. Kimberly just made a comment off of Facebook. But if it still doesn't work, just go over to the YouTube channel, punch in your comments. We'll bring them up, and everybody's got a voice on this show. So,
and then going back to what you were saying, Clyde, about Frank's demeanor, real quick. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Just hypothetically, with this team that we got, imagine having a coach like a Dan Campbell in that locker room.
Yeah,
that motivator. That ass-kicking motivator that we would need. That's something that I see him being the opposite of Frank Reich.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, like, it sparks my mind, like, what that locker room would be like with someone like a Dan Campbell up in there.
And I mean, I feel like so in a professional sport, right? And you could take any professional sport. I don't care. You got to have a certain something about you. Like Tony Dungy was different. Yes, we know he's a man of God or whatever, but we seen Tony Dungy get fiery at times. Tony Dungy was definitely passionate, and I'm not saying that Frank isn't, but sometimes Frank here recently, and again, I think it's because maybe there's a fire under his ass. He has said a little bit more. You just seen him show a little bit more emotion. But traditionally, Frank is kind of like he sits there, looks like he's biting his lip. He kind of just accepts what happens and he goes forward. And I'm telling you, bro, like if we're talking about what Carson Wentz wasn't able to do as a motivator, as a leader, like that's what the players are looking for. I mean, look, I'm not saying Michael Pittman came out and said, yo, Frank sucks as a coach. But when you sit here and say, I run the plays that are called, what are you saying? What the hell are you saying? You're saying we are running some fucking high school bullshit offense, and it's never given me an opportunity to really show my skill set. So if I'm supposed to run a screen on 3rd and 7, where I know I can beat my guy on a 3rd and 7 slant, or you give me something I can go up and get, I'll run the screen because that's what the coach is telling me to do. That's what I took from Michael Pittman saying, guess what?
Absolutely.
No,
and do you
sure.
can you fill everybody in on the question that was asked to bring Pittman to that answer?
I don't remember the question. I just remember
one of the reporters, I don't know who it was, asked him what him and the receiving corps can do to better help the offense and open it up. Basically putting the blame on them guys. And Pittman comes right back and, hey, we run the plays that we're told to run. We can absolutely open that field up. We can absolutely catch those passes. We can absolutely do this, but we run the plays that we're told to run.
I mean, because look at it. You go back 3 games ago, it was Alec Pierce that had like 8 catches. You go back 2 games ago, it was Michael Pittman with like 12 or 13 catches. You go back Sunday, it was Paris Campbell with 10 catches. Like what I'm saying is, he absolutely is right by saying, hey, man, if you look at when we're featured, if you want to call it being featured, we're making it happen. Right. So the opportunities can't, like, I don't want to see another wide receiver screen the fucking rest of the season. It does not work for us, bro. And then we can't defend it. So what's really crazy is the fact that if we keep running these, you got to believe that we're practicing these. So why the fuck can't we defend it? Like it's like a double-edged sword. Because as many times as we called a wide receiver screen this year, you would think our defense would know, like, oh, this is how you stop that shit. But every time somebody else called a wide receiver screen on us, it's 17 yards. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't understand. So please take that out the fucking playbook. Like, literally take that page out and burn that shit. Just get that shit the fuck on. And I think everybody said, Sam will convert those 3rd and 6s and 7s. Perhaps, potentially. He is mobile. He can move. This is more about the team than Sam having an opportunity. That's what I want everybody to understand. Like, we bought in on Matt Ryan being in this fucking one-of-a-kind leader from training camp all the way until the season started. And we literally just cut his legs out and said, even when he comes back healthy, he's still number 2. That's my problem. If anything, you say, hey, look, it's an unfortunate injury for Matt. Matt's been having a tough year. We're trying to get him healthy. But in the meantime, we're going to run with Sam. That then doesn't put any highlight on the team as, ooh, there's an issue here. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Ooh, controversy in Indy. Ooh, because that's what it is now. And I'm tired of hearing Frank say, such and such is the consummate pro. Okay, man, you know what? If that ain't the most canned BS answer to tape.
Oh, yeah.
No, Matt Ryan's going to be.
Those are political answers, if you ask me.
He didn't move his family up here to fucking back up fucking Sam Ehlinger. He didn't do that. He didn't come to Indy with the hopes that, by midseason I'll be benched. No. So let's not confuse 2 things, right? But let's also talk about what happens when we come out there and if we don't fix this line. Sam is getting his ass crushed.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sam's got a potential for getting hurt himself,
Who
on
we
a free
blaming
run
next?
or something.
Who the fuck we blaming next?
Teresa, if you're having troubles on Facebook, go to our YouTube page.
Oh yeah, Facebook being a hater.
Yeah,
I see the
Facebook just doesn't like me or something.
Yeah, jump on YouTube.
I would say one of our opinions is starting to hurt some feelings.
Yeah, man. I mean that's just where we at, Josh. I'm at the same place, man. Like I appreciated Frank coming in with the shit show that was Josh McDaniels all those years back when he left us at the altar, if you want to look at it like that. And I'm not here to kill Frank either. I just saying my frustration becomes somebody's always looking for somebody else to blame and not looking at leadership. You got to start there, man. Like that's where you have to start. And sometimes that's an uncomfortable conversation, but we've seen more hands-on owners make tough choices. Like, hey, man, sit your ass down. I mean, look, you could go Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones and what's Buddy's name? Jerry Jones and Jimmy Jones.
Buddy Love?
No, Jimmy Jones.
Oh.
They could have had a run like no other. They won two. They were having some trouble, and then Jimmy stepped away. Barry came in. They won another one. Okay, I got it. But Jimmy and Jerry, had they been able to work that shit out, who knows? Cowboys were that good in the early 90s. They could have ran through shit. Cowboys might have won 7 or 8 because Jimmy Jones was that type of coach coming out of Miami. He was that type of coach.
Now, Tony a while back asked what he wanted to know why I liked Frank. Now, there's plenty of things that Frank does that aggravates the living shit out of me. But I still like him as a coach. And I think one of the main reasons that I like him as a coach is because he has balls. He will go on those 4th and 1s, those 4th and 2s. And me personally, I like that kind of aggressive football play calling. Now, some of the other shit that he's doing, no, don't agree with it. Do I agree with him calling every freaking play? No. I want him to be a coach. I want him to be in the game, seeing, having that gut feeling, hey, they're really backing off of our tight ends right now. So you know what we need to do here. You know what I mean? He needs to make those kind of calls, not every single play. And stop using an excuse that you're yelling at the ref and you didn't get the play in on time. That's why he threw that INT. To me, that's just an excuse. If you would do this game the way it's designed, from top to bottom, Marcus Brady would have called that play in while you're yelling at the ref. You can get passionate. You can yell at the refs. You can throw the flag. You can do all that, but let your coordinators be freaking coordinators. That's it. Just like the players. I always say, let the players be the talent that they are. Darius Leonard's the biggest one. I love when he has no job and he's just running around that field making plays because he's that damn athletic.
Yes.
He's that damn good. That's his job. Don't constrict him. Okay, well, we're running a stunt here, and Darius, you need to do this. No. You let Darius go out there, and you let Darius be Darius.
Yeah.
Now you let your offensive coordinator be your offensive coordinator. Let your defensive coordinator be the defensive coordinator. Now, you got a lot of time. You got a lot of experience in this game. Use that to make your coordinators better. Use that to make your players better. You don't have to do freaking everything. You just don't have to do it. So stop.
Man, I don't know. And it's tough, man, because, a lot of fans, we just want to see change at times, and that's fair. But the issue I have is like a 14-year Matt Ryan, 60,000 yards, despite an ugly start to this season. Unfortunately, it's still better than I never thrown a pass 6-rounder. I never thrown a pass that counted 6-rounder. Though he's younger and he's more athletic and more mobile and this and that. He's not reading the field better than Matt Ryan. He's not threading the needle probably like Matt Ryan. He can't throw as deep as Matt Ryan. He doesn't understand situations in the NFL like Matt Ryan. On and on and on. He's going to be, here's the other thing we're going to have to deal with too. It's not as if he's going to get the full playbook. It's going to be little by little. Though he knows it, I guarantee you they're going to constrict him to certain things. We're going to see a lot of RPO this week.
And Tony, this comment right here, you're not going to get any backlash from anybody on this panel. We believe the same thing. If he would get off that damn
yes
checklist or whatever, the clipboard, whatever the hell you want to call it, and put your focus in the game, get that gut feeling, see what the other team, and outplay them, outcoach them. Quit getting outcoached because you're in your fucking clipboard.
Yeah.
That kills me when I hear him say, well, we was outcoached. Yeah, no shit. You don't have to tell me that. We know that. We just seen that. So quit getting outcoached. Put the clipboard down and be a damn coach.
Oh, shit. We want to be a running team, man. We have to go back to some of the very basics.
Willie Beeman.
Like, I'll for instance,
smoking Willie Beeman.
I'll take San Fran for example. They run a lot of 13 set. 3 tight ends, 1 receiver, and they run the shit out the football. How about getting into that personnel package and living there for a while if you want to get the running game going? Because doing it with the traditional 5 up front, nah, that shit ain't been there.
That's
So
that East Coast play column though.
yeah, man.
Versus West Coast.
I mean, there's ways to make this shit functional, right? And I just, again, who are we as fans to tell professionals, hey, do this because I know better? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just simply saying, at week 8, unveiling Sam, you have in a lot of ways embarrassed the organization 2.5, 3 years running. Phillip Rivers first, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, and Phillip Rivers, we were 11-5, went to the playoffs. Okay, cool. But we knew he was limited. We knew that, right? But last year, to me, because they said it was way more than the last 2 games that Carson played, that there was issues. That's when you give Sam some playing time. That's my thoughts, right? Not that you purposely bench Carson, but in bad games, like we seen, what game was that?
When he had 2 broke ankles?
No,
Tennessee game.
Not that. I'm talking about this year. Somebody who got benched and then they started the next year. The Titans. I forget, was it week 1 or whatever week that they played like shit. They got their asses handed to them.
Yeah,
they benched Tannehill. Yeah, they benched Tannehill and brought in Malik Willis. Now Tannehill came right back the following week and started. But my point is, there were games where there's a lot of games we were in and it could have went either way, but there was games where Carson just looked like trash. There were so many games where he been going into the 4th quarter and barely have 100 yards. Like, put your boy Sam in right there. See what you have in a real game situation. Develop more of that in the offseason, and then go here. Because, damn, the dude was on the practice squad to start the season. We're not going to forget that. Sam was on the practice squad. It was 1-2, Foles, Ryan. And now he's elevated from the practice squad to 1. Like, without us seeing anything other than what we saw in preseason. With a whole season left to go. This isn't
but we don't
clock.
We don't get to see what happens in practice.
This is 10 games, man. There's 10 games left. And I'm not shitting on him. I'm not shitting on him, bro. It's just that this is the wrong time to do this. I'm sorry. It should have happened. It should have happened opening day. And it should never been a Matt Ryan on the team. We make the trade for Carson, get him gone, and we be like, all right, you know what? This is the year that we're going to see what we got with Sam, because we know next year there's tons of guys that are going to be available. And you give him the whole year. and you just roll the fucking footballs out and go.
Definitely shit or shine. Yeah, I agree with you right there, Clyde. If they wanted to do the same experiment, do it from the gate. Do it from the first game.
Because you brought Foles in for a reason, right? You brought Foles in to be the backup because he has experience. He's won a Super Bowl, whatever. Now he's number 2 to the number 3 that was on the practice squad at the beginning of the year. What? Like, huh? Because they know that a statue quarterback that can't move behind his line was going to have the same, if not worse, stats and comparisons as the one above him. So I think that Matt Ryan is more mobile than Nick Foles in certain ways. So again, you put him back there, what's going to change? Same results, right? So let's go with the kid that can move around a little bit. I get it, but you brought this guy in for a reason. And now you're kind of like, oh shit, my pants are down. What do we do now? This is a wild time to be. We haven't been the laughing stock of the league since I was a child. Right? Like mid 80s Colts, before Eric Dickerson Colts. I don't know what this feels like, and I don't like it.
Jeff George Colts.
Yeah. That's what
Curtis Painter Colts.
But that was purposeful. Like,
yeah, we all knew that was a fucking shit show coming.
Yeah, that's fine. Peyton retires, or I'm sorry, Peyton gets traded or whatever we did. And yeah, so we knew that was going to be whatever. But we already also knew, like, look, there's a fucking legendary talent that'll be here next year, and we can't wait. That was Andrew Luck, and we got every bit of what we thought out of that guy. But now here it is like, dog, since he left, we can't figure it out. Like, I don't want to get too crazy or too ahead of ourselves, but that's like Chicago Bear shit. 55 quarterback and 55 seasons type bullshit. Like, nah, man, we can't keep doing that. So I'm telling you, I feel like there might be some people who are not happy that have really, really important jobs, GM, coach, whatever. But I'm telling you, as a fucking owner of anything, I'm going to tell you like this, not to sugarcoat it, not to BS you, not to embarrass you, but next year, we are not looking for value in the fucking draft. Next year, I'm looking for one of these fucking quarterbacks. Get it done. Oh, well, I just got off the phone with such and such, and they want 3. Get the shit done. I don't give a fuck what they want. Get the shit done.
Yep. I mean, think about it. We've all seen Colts as a bad team with a bad quarterback. We all seen the Colts as a good team with a good quarterback. Got to get back to it. Bottom line. But yet Ballard's been on this show saying he's not going to overreach for somebody that he doesn't believe in.
Fair.
And I still think he needs to keep that mentality. But with the talent that I'm seeing that's out there right now at QB, holy shit. We could have a hell of a star drafted next year.
Because you got to also remember what he said, and you can flip it. Because he was like, I'm not going to overreach. As soon as I do, y'all will be the first ones that are calling for my head. But how many times?
If it doesn't work out.
Okay, but how many times are we going to watch you go pick up these veterans and they don't work out? What's the difference? I mean, we gave up important draft capital for Carson Wentz that we're not going to recoup, let's face it, because he's going to miss too much time. So that second is gone.
Gregory, I haven't heard anything about those rumors in his contracts. I don't know if anybody else has.
I know Matt's injury, but any truth to the room that Matt's contract has big payouts if he gets hurt for season? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
No one knows, probably.
Yeah,
that's a question you should have asked Bob or Zach when they were on, because they would have more insight on that stuff than we do.
Yeah. So let's do something really quick because we've been blasting, and Tina Ash was asking us to do something. So I'm gonna take this little segment and then we can get into our final thoughts because we've been yapping about the Sam I Am era for an hour.
I was getting ready just to bring her up actually.
Okay. So she would like to let everyone know that on October 30th, so this Sunday, they're collecting books for the youth. The program is to give foster kids 25 age-appropriate books in a Colts backpack. So please bring out any new or gently used books. And they are also taking monetary donations. Now, what I don't know, Tina, if you're still listening, where do you want the drop-off point to be for the books? Did you get the information on that, Country?
She did not
Good
say
point,
anything about
Tony.
it. But she did not say nothing about a drop-off point.
Okay, yeah. So, Tina, if you're still available, please let us know where you would like people to drop off the donations or where you'll be standing so we can meet you or whatever your situation is going to be. So help the kids out. They're getting books and backpacks. That's always a cool thing. That's something that we're about. We're about kids on this show and trying to help and support kids any way we can. Patrick, if you don't leave that shit alone.
I'm sorry.
Damn. Leave the microphone alone. But yeah, so we're all about the kids, supporting kids. I think in the future, this team that we have, we're trying to do something big that maybe will support kids, but we'll leaps and bounds away from that at the moment. So we'll
Tina, if you're also still listening, if we don't get it out there before we end the show here in a little bit, we'll make a post for you on all of our pages and get the word out for you too as well.
Yes, we will be at our tailgate. So if you would like to swing by the tailgate and maybe do a little, posting there for a little bit and collect, we can have people bring books to the tailgate and help you there as well. Tailgate time. I'm gonna let tailgate look.
Omaha.
Bro, talk about the tailgate, where, when, and what, and time. Remember, this week's a late game, right? 4:15.
It is.
Yep.
4:25.
4:25. God. Shit. Sam, it's on you, big dog. You got it, Sam. All right, Country, do your thing, man. Get us in the final thoughts.
Well, since he already mentioned the tailgate, and I'll go get my final thoughts out of the way. My final thoughts are going to be on the tailgate, like Clyde said. Tailgate Sunday for the 4:25 game against Washington. We will start around 10:30 at our usual tailgate site across the street from the Slippery Noodle. We will get around tomorrow and make an event page like we always have. The way you all have the address and info, what we'll have to eat, what's going on. And I actually got word, unless it's gotten canceled by Big P over here, that we'll have our friend Eric Hamblin back playing live music at our tailgate. So come join us, have some drinks, come out and tailgate and party with us, listen to some good music, and we'll see you there. So we'll go on to Big P next.
Final thoughts.
Are you still fucking with that damn mic?
I'm not touching it.
Well,
my hands are in my pockets. But
you still here? That's what's happening. So
that ain't me.
You just did it again.
Get your belly.
How am I doing it? Scratching my head.
Because you might be moving your knees or something.
Okay. First of all,
his belly's moving when he.
I'm not one of your soldiers.
I don't have soldiers. I have airmen.
Oh, sorry. I'm not one of your seamen.
Oh, that's the Navy.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
You don't have any seamen floating around anymore.
I ain't that old, son. But anyway, my final thoughts is, everybody's got their opinion on what's happened this week. That's fine. Let's talk about it. But let's just remember, we're still Colts fans. Who's ever on that field, we need to be loud. We need to cheer. We need to cheer them on. We need to support whoever is on that field for whatever damn reason. Hold on. Somebody just broke into my...
She don't have no pants on.
She does?
Danya.
They just said you don't have no pants on.
Tell her uncle said, get her ass in there and get some pants on.
Uncle Clyde said, go put some clothes on, heifer.
The hell? I didn't say heifer, you asshole. Don't do that.
But anyways, So yeah, you can have frustrations, you can have concerns, you can have thoughts. Just remember who you are. Remember who we are as a fan base. Stay positive. You can be angry, you can be mad, you can be sad. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Ride the roller coaster of emotions that this Colts team gives us year in and year out.
Attack of
But
hearts.
you know, when it comes down,
Colts, baby.
when it comes down to it, we're still fans. We're still going to be fans next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. Regardless who the GM is, regardless who the coach is, regardless who the quarterback is, just keep being a fan. And when they start the game, you cheer, you send positive energy their way. Help this team. That's our job as fans. And to get along with one another. There's a lot of shit talking going on right now and a bunch of other Colts groups that I will not take part of because it's just toxic. You know, just because I have an opinion, you're going to call me an asshole because you don't agree with it? That's stupid. That's mindless. Stop doing that. If you don't agree with my opinion, tell me why. And let's have a conversation about it. That's it. We can still be fans and we can still think differently and still root on our team.
Max.
And if y'all don't shut the fuck up when the offense is on the field, you're going to give country a damn heart attack. I'm not ready to bury my brother.
Someone's going to get hurt. I don't know about getting buried, but someone's going to get hurt.
Shit.
They called him Angels in the outfield at the last game because he kept doing this.
Oh my god.
Trying to shut everybody up.
That's hilarious.
We're gonna play some Peyton clips of telling everybody shut the fuck up when the offense is on the field.
God damn it, Donald.
That's all I got. I love you guys. Let's go, Colts. Let's cheer them on. Let's go.
Job.
Let's go. Let's get the victory. We can beat Washington. We can beat out everybody. Fuck them. Let's go.
Clive, what you got?
I will second what Pat said, and I'll say it like this. Frustration can be explained. Anger usually leads to shame. And what do I mean by that? As y'all just seen, we were able to talk about frustration.
You need to write that down.
Oh, it's up here, baby. I got it. But as you seen, we just talked about our frustrations with the Colts. We all stayed under control. But when you're angry, you usually do shameful shit. You boo the team, you burn a jersey, you fuck this and fuck that, and this organization is this and that and that. And then you look goofy when you try to come back because now the team is winning again, right? You're a fan on the coldest, worst day to be a Colt fan, and you're the fucking fan on the greatest, best, winningest day to be a Colts fan. It's just how it goes. Right. I've seen people say, oh, I'm done with this organization. I'm changing teams. Like, that doesn't hurt us. Like, that's kind of stupid to say.
Yeah, you're probably a toxic bitch anyway. See you later. Bye.
You're probably a Patriots fan at that point. So
now, Tyler, if this is going to be your first game at Lucas Oil Stadium, I hope to God you can come by our tailgate.
Isn't it my final thoughts?
We have a blast out there.
I'm about to kick both of y'all in the nuts. This is my
I just said one thing. I said one thing. He's the one that's got the motorboat for a fucking mouth.
Tyler, find your way to the Slippery Noodle across the street. Come have a shot with us. Come hit the Anvil. Come sign your name on the Anvil's podium. Hang out with us. Did you even say what we had for tailgate food?
No, he's going to make the event next week or tomorrow.
I'm about to say the game is in 4 days. What do you mean next week? Thank you, Stacy. Omaha, you right. These fucking bastards.
That's for you.
Now,
She won't Omaha me.
You definitely was Omaha on you.
You're getting Omaha for yelling at me.
You just killed my whole fucking final thoughts, man.
You want to kick me in the nuts, you get 2 Omahas.
Patrick, let him finish his final thoughts, damn it.
Well, I already said it, man. Like I said.
See, he's been done for 10 minutes.
Frustration can be explained.
Jesus
Anger
Christ.
usually leads to shame. All right.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. Keep that in mind on Sunday.
Him.
If it doesn't happen like you want it to happen, just walk away from the stadium and say there's always next week. I don't want to hear, boo, this team sucks, this and that, because you know what? This is what we got. This is who we got. We got to run with it. I am not a fan of what's going on in the moment. Our organization looks weak. It looks clueless. It looks hopeless at sometimes. We look like we don't know what we're doing. But I'll still be rooting, whether I'm in the stadium like I am going to be on Sunday or sitting on my couch like I was last week. It's just the way it is, man. There's no other team.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100.
So, country, again, what's the menu? They got to know.
Burgers and brats and chips. Something simple.
Oh, that's right. That's what we said. I forgot about that. Yeah, because it's like a lunchy type thing to get us ready for the game. It's not a morning game.
I love the smell of cooked food in the morning.
You love the smell of fucking cereal. Fucker.
With that being said, everybody,
I do like cereal though.
Let's wrap this thing up. Let's get out of here. Remember, no drinking and driving. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay pretty. And remember, as always, no matter what, go Colts.
Don't see another year of Matt Ryan.
I had to get that one more time.
You're fired, Pat.